So we're going to go over the answers to your Isaac Newton reading. So the first one was, what was the name of the house that he was born in and what is significant about that house? So he was born in Woolsthorpe Manor. And the thing that was significant about it is that he made a lot of great discoveries in math, optics, physics, and astronomy during the Great Plague. So during the time in which he was quarantined at home, he did a lot to advance the understanding in those areas. So number 2, why do you believe he was reclusive and untrusting of others? Possible answers can include things about his childhood, feeling intellectually lonely, unable to relate to others, and also could include something about him being quarantined at home during that Great Plague. So number 3, did he prefer school or private study, and how did many people describe his personality? Newton much preferred private study to school. Many people described him as being reclusive and untrusting towards others. However, his teachers saw a lot of potential in young Newton. 4, in what fields of study did he make great contributions? Well, it was the same ones as before: math, physics, optics, and astronomy. What did he discover about light and color? He discovered that white light is a combination of rays of different colors at slightly different angles. He also found that light is partly made up of particles. So it's very interesting if you ever get to study light, especially in a physics classroom, that idea of the prism, when a light shines through the prism and you see the rainbow, and you might have seen some of this on a sunny day. If it's reflecting off of shiny objects, you can see the whole rainbow of colors. And even though it's a little bit counterintuitive because it's not like paint where when you blend colors you get black and dark brown, when you blend light you actually get white. Number 6, what were the differences between Newton's telescope and the typical telescopes of his day? His telescope was smaller and used mirrors instead of lenses. Number 7, what major discovery in astronomy did he make? He produced his theorem of universal gravitation, which stated that universally all objects pull on other objects, and this pull is greatly affected by the distance between the objects. So the closer the objects are, the more the pull is. Then we have question 8, which was kind of more of a thinking question. It was more of an opinion. So what do you think of the quote by Newton? Plato is my friend, Aristotle is my friend, but my best friend is the truth. Do you agree with Newton, or are there flaws in his thinking? So some ideas could be like Newton's right, that we should think for ourselves regardless of how popular an individual is. He or she is still possible of fault. Or we could think we should search for truth instead of just following along with what's popular. But you may have something different, which is fine. And number 9, do you believe that Newton is the greatest and most influential scientist in history? And is there anyone who did more for the advancement of scientific knowledge? Does he inspire you? So this is definitely an opinion question. So your answer can either be yes or no, but you really should provide some information to support your opinion. In my personal opinion, I think Newton was one of the greatest, if not the greatest. He contributed to a wide range of knowledge. It wasn't specifically in one area. He also kind of was at a breakthrough time after Galileo had done some experiments, and he put those all together and came up with some things and some ideas, these laws that are still considered to be valid today. And even things that are kind of been evolved to be maybe incorrect, they're still really helpful in understanding the world around us. So, and the fact that he did this in math and astronomy and optics and physics, that's just a wide range of things that he did. So I think he's pretty amazing. He's pretty inspirational. And to think that while he was under quarantine during the Black Plague or the Great Plague, he did all this stuff. So at this point in time, after you have had a chance to kind of review your material on these early people who talked about motion, you're ready to take the Google Forms assessment. So again, you want to achieve 80% on this to consider it being passing, and good luck.